What's going on, people? Welcome to United View, and it is Chelsea 1, Man United 1. Smash and grab set inside. Results is all that matters, isn't it?
Results all that matters, man. And for me, I think it's a very, very good point, man. I'm normally one of them, man. I don't really like drawing, man. It doesn't really have a serve a purpose for me. But I think this one serves as a map of purpose because defensively, I think we're getting there, man. And for me, I think that's the biggest thing Man United should be taking from these last two games under Carrick is the fact that we're not leaking in goals, man. And we're doing that on Ollie. You know, we're leaking in goals. 4 at Watford, 5 at Liverpool, 2 at Man City, even the 2 against Atlanta. You know what I mean? They add up, don't they? So for me, it was always about not getting the goals in and keeping them out and also building off from that. I thought today it wasn't glamorous. It wasn't, you know, the pretty United, but I think we have to build the foundations for the new manager. And if Carrick can leave the foundations in that, we've been better defensively. I know Maguire's coming back on Thursday, but, you know, we'll deal with that.
Yeah, so we don't know how that's going to
You know what I mean? But I feel like we're in the stepping stone, and fair play to Michael Carrick, man. He made a bold decision today to drop Ronaldo. I think it worked well. Okay, they should have scored maybe a few chances they had in the first game, you know, in terms of, you know, the right-hand side. But, you know, it was something. And I thought today we're resolute and we're resilient today. And for me, I'm happy with the United performance. I'm happy with the point. And we build on from it now. It's all about building momentum. And we've got that, I think, today.
Yeah, it is about momentum. I mean, look, we can all sit here and say why the performance wasn't good. And, you know, how are you going to keep playing McTominay and Fred? Or we can't keep the ball. It was embarrassing. We only had like 30% possession or 27%, whatever it was. But I just feel like Carrick is being thrown in there to firefight, and he's got 3 tough games. He's got Villarreal away, Chelsea away, Arsenal home, and then he probably isn't going to be there for the Palace game. Probably Ragnick will be in by then or whatever. Like, if he comes out of that with a 2-0 away win at Villarreal, a 1-1 at Chelsea, which is difficult, and let's say we beat Arsenal, which I think we've got a good chance of doing.
Yeah, we will.
First and probably last game in charge at home. Place would be rocking under the lights.
I can't wait, man.
Do you know what I mean? A big game.
Wait.
Then Carrick's done the best he can do in that situation. We can't be looking at Carrick saying, why is he not fixing this? Why? At least he's not just rolling us out there doing the same thing, which is what you just basically said.
Exactly. And that was a worry for me because there was a journalist that asked him, what's going to be different? And he said, my personality is going to be different, but it will be the same kind of situation. So what we've come across from that is personality in terms of being brave. Subbed Ronaldo today. He dropped Ronaldo. Whatever people think about it, Sunday, Thursday, we were doing that when Ollie was here, Wednesday, Saturday. So his personality in being brave, and he has done that for the betterment of the team. Until I thought when he dropped Sancho, I don't know if it was an injury. I don't know. People, you'll have to let me know. But I thought when he dropped Sancho and he brought Ronaldo on, I think he should have kept Sancho for a little bit longer, squeeze a little bit more out of Sancho because we were on top of the game. We were pressing them. They couldn't get out their half all of a sudden. It was a totally different game.
Because the goals, that's what goals do, and goals change games. All of that little bit of belief that we can get on the ball. Rashford then came awake. Do you know what I mean? Left channel until obviously Wan-Bissaka gave away the pen.
Wan-Bissaka, man. Swear down, man. He's got that something in him. And to be fair, he got squeezed a couple of times, and then he's always surprised this year. So he niggles out of them, and it's like Wan-Bissaka, man. But I could have complained. The people could have complained, but I thought. Then United just started to drop off. With Sancho went off, Rashford went off, Ronaldo had 0 impact. And for me, Bruno Fernandes, I don't know what you guys are saying, but I think it needs to be dropped, to be honest with you. Because you know why I say this? Because it's a pattern that I'm thinking, when was his last goal? I know he had a goal involvement in Villarreal, but maybe him coming off the bench might help his form grow into the Premier League, because I've been looking at him in Premier League and he's not really offering much. And is his form down to the fact Ronaldo's front? I'm not sure. But when I look at it personally, Bruno Fernandes today, did you see when he tried to make them passes, which I hate when he does that, you know. You know that you've been told
he tried that crossfield from the left side of the pitch to the right side of the pitch in our defensive third and gave them the ball.
Exactly. And I thought there was a moment where he was getting pressured and then he gave the follow and then Chelsea went on a break. Listen, I'm not saying Bruno Fernandes is the whole problem, but he is becoming a little bit of a problem in terms of he's giving the ball away. He's not being effective in a game. And when you don't have a player, especially your number 10, for me, then I'm looking at a manager, maybe Ralph Ragnick, maybe Michael Carrick, will say to himself, right, Jesse Lingard deserves a run. Donny van der Beek deservedly.
Well, Carrick done it in the first game. He did it in
Well,
the
there
first
you go
game.
then.
In Villarreal. So
You know?
he's proved he's not scared. Then drop Ronaldo. Look, in the first 2 games Carrick's had, he's dropped our 2 best players.
I'm telling you.
Let's just say it as it is. He's dropped our 2 best players. So God knows what he's going to do
where's
against
this
Arsenal.
come from? You're almost thinking, where's this come from? Maybe when you feel like someone's rubbing down on you and they're kind of rubbing off you, and you're like, oh, you need that person off your chest, don't you? You know what I mean? It's like when you're in school, there's always that bad kid in school that's rubbing off you, and you need them to leave the classroom for you to like, excel. So I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just looking at the situation, I'm thinking, does Bruno Fernandes just need to have a few games to kind of refigure himself and try to, you know, and just look at it and think sometimes players need that. They need to assess their own performance.
Well, look, and this is where it's about giving the respect to Bruno Fernandes. Since he's been here, it's been all him. His levels have been so high. And this is the first. We did say as fans, it's all good with it when it's now, but what's it? And he said it himself. He was like, I don't get too carried away because when I go through a bad bit of form, that's when, you know, I'll see who kind of sticks by me or whatever. Right now, we're just in a moment where it's like, yeah, you don't always have to be a definite guaranteed starter. You might have to come on 70th minute, like you did against Villarreal, have an impact on the game.
Absolutely. So that would, for me, that would be my only kind of criticism today. I thought, for me, Fred was unbelievable. I think
he was good.
Matic today, bloody hell, he rolled out the years. Mate, he's doing all sorts. He's doing Cruyff and that. I'm thinking, yo, why couldn't we get this player when he was 27, like, you know, younger, a bit younger? And I thought, for me, he was my man of the match today. I thought Bailly.
Oh, not a lot of people said Matic. Okay.
Yeah, I thought Lindelof was a bit shaky first half. Second half, resolute. Bailly, you know what Bailly's going to give you? Again, headers, everything. I want an interesting fact of how many headers he actually won. Yeah. You know, to be fair.
On that side, you see with that, because I noticed that, I was like, you know what? One thing that, okay, football-wise, with us on the ball and creating chances and ripping teams apart, it's not front foot. It's not pretty.
Yeah, of course.
But like you said there, we're not shipping in the goals because defensively, even though Wan-Bissaka, yes, clumsy and might be a bit out of position, Telles might not be top level. But when you look at what Lindelof and Bailly did today for large periods, we just dealt with a lot of crosses that they put in the box, interceptions, blocks, and it just makes the game ugly. It makes the game frustrating for Chelsea.
Absolutely, and that's what we had to do today. We had to be hard to beat, and that's what Carrick, to be fair, is doing for us. He's making us hard to beat. We had the free midfield. That's why I wasn't really kind of like asked when Ronaldo was benched, because it was a tactical reason. It just wasn't a case of, you know, I could see why he made that, because in midfield we were difficult to break down. We had numbers in there. We were kind of irresolute. We were doggy. And I think for me, when you have that, I want, because that gives you the solid foundations to then move on, and then you can improve your attack, and then the midfield can get better. So it's laying the foundation. So when Ragnick comes in, he's thinking, how are we leaking all these goals? What's going on? He has to sort a lot out. Carrick said, you know what? Let's be hard to beat, and then we go from there, because we've been leaking a goal. I think we're still on minuses, aren't we? To be fair,
yeah, we're on -1.
There you go then. So we're shipping a lot of goals. So
you know what's really funny? Do you know what's really funny? You'll probably be watching at some stage, where we'll be messaging one of us, Ricky, because Ricky is always sworn by just taking out the good players and just put the basic ones in. And I'm telling you now, Fleck, we won't get beat, Fleck. We won't get beat. And you know what? Michael Carrick went, you know what? I'm going McTominay, Fred, and Matic in midfield.
That's his free dream. You know what I mean? That's his dream free. You know what I mean? So I get what I've always got what he was trying to say. But at United, though, there's always a basis. You have to attack as well. You have to show a bit of flair, because they were trying to say we were parking the bus. I don't think it was parking the bus. I thought we had a shape and a kind of a plan what to do.
Was it parking the bus? Little bit.
Listen,
we have to see the average positions of the first half, bro. We was playing half court.
First half, that's what I'm saying. First half, boy. We were parking the bus like mad. Second half, though, the first 15, 20 minutes before Ronaldo came on, I thought that was the best spell of the game. It was just the fact that Sancho came off. And whether that's due to injury, fair enough. But if it wasn't, that's a game where it kind of like fell away from United, because then it gave Chelsea the impetus to kind of take it on. And that Wan-Bissaka challenge didn't help. But they should have had a red card for me. And what's his name? The Chelsea defender should have had a red card. The guy with the dreads.
What happened? Chalobah,
yeah, he had a second yellow. He dragged down.
Was that why? Because obviously we can't hear it. Was that going to be a second yellow when he pulled back?
Second yellow. Yeah,
See?
exactly. Second
And you
yellow.
know what? Lewis had the cheek, yeah? He was talking about Anthony Taylor, or whoever it was, saying the refs
He
are
was praising him.
up against it. Oh, was he praising him?
He's praising him, of course, because he
I
was
bet
saying
he
he got
was.
away
Yeah,
with
all
it.
them Chelsea fans, like, he never gives us nothing. But then again,
give
Harry
over.
Maguire should have got sent off the last time we played them.
Well, yeah, true,
Yeah.
to be fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I think today, man, we go away with a very, very solid foundation. For me, Arsenal, we have to win, mate.
Of course. It's must
bust.
win.
It's win or
Must
bust.
win.
We have to win. And if we go out there, you know what? They're all going to be there in our faces. So we have to go and get the job done. Even if honestly flex, even if it's an ugly 1-0, I will take that.
I said it in my match reaction. I said, listen, I don't care if it goes in off Gabriel's ass and we win 1. It doesn't matter. Because again, 1, it's about Carrick just getting results for the next manager. And 2, like you said, we have to beat them. We have to.
Because top 4, because if we lose that game or even get a draw, and then West Ham and Leicester are in there now.
9 points, bro. If Arsenal beat us, I think they're like 9 points ahead of us or something stupid like that.
No, I think because we drew today, would it be 7?
Oh, is it 7? Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
well,
7.
If they beat us, it's peak.
It is. And that's the thing. So that's the problem where I'm thinking, if they beat us, and then they got Everton away, which Everton are not doing great, and then we've got Palace home. Palace are good as well. So if for me, we have to win against Arsenal, win or bust against Arsenal. And Michael Carrick, if he's there, for me, solid foundations, and then hopefully we lick it Ronaldo. That's when for me you can celebrate them kind of wins. Because it's you know what? It's a caretaker on a short time, and he's having to work with a lot of things. So get the win.
It doesn't matter about the future right now of Michael Carrick. It matters about now, and he's got to get through these games. And so far, he's done it.
Exactly, and that is the main thing today. So we have to hope that Arsenal go back to their banter ways and we get the result. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's peak if you don't. It's peak. Bro, I'll see you at OT on Thursday.
OT, massive game, man. 8:15 kickoff. Let's go, man. Must win game. Must win game.
Big up yourself, bro. Peace.
Love.